Hello guys, before we start the coding part, let's do a quick recap on the hybrid technique. Now the idea of using the hybrid technique is to use the asymmetric to securely transfer symmetric key. In this technique we only need one key pair where the target will have the private key and the attacker is going to have the public key. So the idea here, we're going to generate a random key on the attacker side, and to securely transfer this key we will encrypt this key using the target public key and send it to the target. The target is going to use its private key to decrypt that and get it back to clear text message. Now at this point both sides have this symmetric key where we can start AES encryption to encrypt the actual shell and commands later on. So let's get started with the coding part. And let's start with the attacker side. Now I added the libraries that we used for RSA as well as the libraries that we used for AES. This line here is the same exact line that we used to generate a random string in XOR encryption. So the output of this line is going to be a random key which has a size of 32 bytes and it will be used for AES. Now notice that I changed the name of the RSA function to be sendAES because the RSA will only be used to securely encrypt the AES key. So once we generate this random session key, we will print it out and then we will use the sendAES function to encrypt this key and then we will send it to the target. Now on the target side, I did something similar with importing all the required libraries, and I also changed the RSA function to get AES. Okay, so right before we enter the shell loop, the first message is going to contain the AES key that we just sent from the attacker machine. So we're going to pass this AES key to get AES, which is the RSA function, so we can decrypt it and get the AES key in clear text. Now to make sure that we got the same key, we just print out the keys to compare them. Okay, so let's start the scripts, and as usual I have Wireshark running on the Kali side. So let me just minimize this a little bit, and I do have the Wireshark window over here. It is filtering on the target side as well as TCP source port 8080, and let me do run on the target side. So here, as you can see, we got generated this random string and we sent it over to the target side. To verify that this key has been generated or transferred securely, we can just use the Wireshark to filter that. So if I do follow TCP stream, this is what we can see from the Wireshark side. So at this point, if I do any command on the targets, on the Kali side, the encryption is gonna happen using AES. So let me do basic commands like cd who am I, and then let's do another follow TCP stream. So let me just go back and do follow stream. So this type or this kind of encryption happens using AES. Okay, so right now let me try to kill the connection. So let me just terminate the client and also here from the server. Let me just cancel this. And remember, each time we run the script, we're going to generate a new AES key. It is a random per connection. So right now, again, let me run the module and also run the module from the target side. And as you can see, the key has been generated randomly, which is different from the previous key. It is a random key per session. Now, final note, technically you can enhance this script and add some cryptography operation like digital signature for authentication, as well as Diffie-Hellman for key generation. You might also change the AES key after certain amount of time or after certain amount of bytes being sent over the tunnel. I hope that this lecture has been informative for you, and thanks for watching.